If you operate in the oil and gas industry, you know that efficiency is not just a performance indicator. It is a fundamental requirement for production reliability, operational continuity, and profitability. Today, we will present how Magnex Technologies is applying magnetic activation technology to improve fluid efficiency in oil and gas operations. Our focus is clear: reducing flow restrictions, improving production performance, minimizing chemical dependency, and supporting more reliable and sustainable field operations. Fluid inefficiency is not a minor issue. It directly affects production, energy demand, maintenance costs, and asset reliability. In oil and gas operations, three major problems are especially critical. First, high crude oil viscosity. Heavy and complex fluids require more energy to produce and transport, reducing operational velocity and directly impacting profitability. Second, mineral scale deposits. Scale formation inside strings and pipelines restricts flow, reduces equipment efficiency, and can eventually force costly interventions and downtime. Third, staggering operating costs. Traditional methods often rely on constant chemical treatment and repeated maintenance actions, creating a permanent financial burden on the operation. In other words, fluid inefficiency is not just a technical problem. It is a continuous drain on reliability and profitability. The oil and gas industry has traditionally relied on a reactive approach to fluid treatment. That usually means chemical dependency, surface treatment, continuous downhole injection, high recurring OPEX, and increased environmental impact. The Magnex standard changes this logic. Instead of reacting to the problem after it appears, Magnex applies proactive physical magnetic activation directly at the source. The system is installed inside the well, acting where the fluid is being produced, without depending on continuous chemical consumption. The financial profile is also fundamentally different. Instead of ongoing consumable costs, Magnex offers a robust physical tool designed for long-term operation and low OPEX. And from a sustainability perspective, the technology is clean, non-invasive, and economically competitive. This is the paradigm shift from reactive chemical treatment to proactive magnetic activation. Magnex is not presenting a theoretical concept. This is a proprietary technology platform developed through engineering, field experience, and industrial validation. The first pillar is proprietary engineering. Magnex's technology is heavily tested and supported by Brazilian patents and international PCT filings. The second pillar is Petrobras homologation. Magnex is officially qualified and has active field applications in major offshore and pre-salt projects, including Mero, Sépia, and Atapu. The third pillar is global integrator expansion. Magnex is actively developing opportunities with major oilfield service companies and international integrators, including Halliburton, 3R Petroleum, and Superior Energy Services. This combination of intellectual property, technical qualification, and global business development shows that Magnex is already beyond the testing phase. It is a proven technology ready for broader industrial and international scale. At the center of this solution is Magnex's proprietary Submagnetics technology. Submagnetics are downhole magnetic activation tools designed to physically activate and transform fluid flow directly inside the well. The tool is engineered for harsh downhole environments and built for reliable operation under extreme field conditions. Its purpose-built core encapsulates high-intensity magnetic arrangements, designed to expose the produced fluid to a concentrated magnetic field as it flows through the production string. Another important point is its non-invasive profile. The tool is installed directly into the production string without disrupting the well architecture. In practical terms, Submagnetics brings the treatment into the well itself, acting directly at the source of the flow challenge. This slide illustrates the core concept of magnetic activation inside the well. On the left, we see untreated complex fluid. The flow is less organized, more resistant, and more vulnerable to viscosity-related losses and scale-forming behavior. In the center, the fluid passes through the submagnetic, where it is exposed to a high-intensity magnetic field. On the right, the fluid exits as an activated, lower viscosity flow, with improved flow behavior and reduced tendency for scale-forming elements to cluster and adhere. The key point is that magnetic activation acts physically on the fluid dynamics. It helps reduce internal flow resistance and supports a more efficient production profile. The value of Magnex technology comes from its dual-action mechanism. The first benefit is the reduction of crude oil viscosity. Lower viscosity means lower flow resistance, better mobility, and improved production conditions over time. The second benefit is the scale eradication cycle. This cycle begins with inhibition, helping prevent new mineral scale from forming in the fluid stream. Then comes dissolution, where the process supports the gradual breakdown of existing stubborn scale deposits. Finally, we have restoration, where strings and pipelines can recover improved flow capacity as restrictions are reduced. Together, these effects create a powerful operational advantage: better flow assurance, reduced restrictions, lower chemical dependency, and improved production stability. The value proposition is clear and measurable. Magnex has observed up to 46% reduction in crude oil viscosity in laboratory activation cycles. The technology has also reported up to 87% reduction in baseline organic deposition rate. Beyond these performance indicators, the solution brings 4 strategic advantages. It is clean, reducing chemical dependency and improving the corporate sustainability profile. It is non-invasive, designed to be installed directly on existing systems without internal flow restriction. It is scalable, applicable to harsh oilfield downhole environments as well as surface industrial circuits. And it is protected by intellectual property, with proprietary magnetic arrangements supported by application engineering and performance validation. Magnex's competitive advantage is not based on a single invention. It is the result of 4 integrated pillars. First, a strong scientific foundation, combining deep expertise in fluid dynamics and magnetic physics. Second, proprietary engineering, with high-performance manufacturing of customized magnetic devices. Third, practical field experience, built from real operational knowledge in Brazilian pre-salt applications. And fourth, protected intellectual property, supported by Brazilian patents and international PCT filings. This is what creates Magnex's competitive moat: the synthesis of science, engineering, manufacturing capability, field validation, and protected technology. One of the strongest operational advantages of Magnex technology is its systemic independence. The system operates with 0 electrical consumption because it is based on permanent magnetism. It has 0 moving parts, meaning there are no gears, motors, or mechanical components exposed to wear. It requires 0 recurring maintenance, with no constant calibration, no replacement parts, and no additional scheduled shutdowns. And it creates 0 chemical invasion, because it changes the physical behavior of minerals while keeping the water's chemical composition intact. The conclusion is straightforward. A clean, proven paradigm shift is already available today. Magnex Technologies is transforming fluid treatment through sustainable and economically competitive magnetic solutions. For oil and gas operations, this means an opportunity to reduce chemical dependency, improve flow efficiency, protect critical assets, and enhance production reliability. So the question is no longer whether fluid inefficiency is costing money. The real question is, with this level of technology now available, how much longer can your operations afford to rely exclusively on traditional methods? Thank you for your attention. For further technical information, field evaluation, or business development discussions, please contact the Magnex Technologies team.